Well, g'day guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I took my bike into BMW Doncaster today for a service and a new front tyre, and they had the R1300 demo and they've offered me a test ride, so here I am. Anyway, if you've never been on one and you want to know what I have to say about it, then maybe stay tuned.
Who I am, I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You ain't see me activated, you better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing, persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing, I already learned that lesson, yeah. I'm changing who I am, I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving, you can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and I won't look back ever again. No fear, see clear, you deserve to be great. I know it feels like things get in your way. Push through those walls and the others will fall. Sit up, stand tall, you can get through it all. I need some energy, anxiety's no friend to me. I have a short memory, I don't really remember things. That's how I move on, that's how I stay strong. A new day's on, I'll keep moving right along. And I feel like the pain in the past, it needs to stay in the past. You gotta take off the gas. I wanna feel like I'm a new person. I wanna have clear vision and purpose. And I feel like the pain shouldn't last. If you can move on and past the things that make you feel bad, and you can change in your brain, I'm certain. I've done it before, and man, I'm not perfect. I'm changing who I am, I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving, you can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and I won't look back ever again.
Well guys, thanks for staying tuned. Anyway, if you haven't been to my channel before or watched any of my videos, you'll know that I'm not a motorcycle journo. I'm not some journalist that's been hanging on waiting to test ride this thing. It just so happens that I went into the BMW dealer and they had one kicking around. And for me, you know, I didn't see any benefit in setting this bike up side by side with my GSA and pointing out all the differences. There's plenty of journals out there that can do that for you.
Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science.
For me, I just wanted a quick test ride just to see how it feels. So I went outside with the guy at the dealer, and we looked at a few buttons, and yeah, the electric windscreen and the adaptive seat height, yada 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 yada. And to be honest, to me, I really just don't care. So what I said to him is, look, I don't want to mess around with all the buttons and knobs. Put the windscreen up as high as you can so I get better audio, and put the bike in its highest setting, because that's how I ride my GSA. But having said that, you know, let's point out a few of the obvious changes from the GS and the GSA 1250. The engine's been reworked, and I have to say it feels really rattly, and it feels really quiet. Now, I have a Akrapovic can on mine, a silencer, which doesn't silence that much, and it sounds a damn sight better than this. This sounds a bit like a Singer sewing machine. I'm not a fan. Straight away I'd have to put a new pipe on it. Other things that stand out, it's got those little blind spot pickups in your mirrors. The brakes are linked, as is the GSA, and there's quite a lot of safety features on it. You know, one thing I would say about safety, yeah, I'm all for it, but the more stuff that we put on the bike that adapts your driving or your riding to being safer, yes, great, but it means you have to use your brain a little bit less. So I'm a little bit old school. I don't rely on blind spots, I rely on head checks. I always look over my shoulder before I change lanes. Now, one thing I would say about the 1300 is it's so light and nimble. It actually feels more like a 600 or something like that. Now, I'm not a fan of the GS, to be honest, and I'm only riding this because it's a free ride and I had nothing better to do whilst I was waiting for my service. But having said that, it is so nimble. It really is easy round roundabouts and corners, turning out of side streets. You can really flick this bike around. You know, I got really used to my GSA. It is a big pig of a thing. It's like the hippopotamus of motorcycling, but I actually like it. On this, yeah, it's flickable. You know, it's got that power. Look at that. I mean, that is pretty amazing. You know, having said that, it feels too light to me. It feels, dare I say it feels like a girl's bike.
And the comments on that video disgusted me.
Now, I don't have a raft of girl subscribers, so I'm probably not going to piss anyone off with that statement. But the other thing is, sorry, we'll just go around this cyclist. Okay, there we go. Now the other thing is, because it's not the GSA that hasn't come out yet, it's missing that big tank, so you've got no protection. I'm really feeling all the wind here. That's probably not a bad thing on a nice summer's day, but I think that would be a problem in the rain. You know, you're going to get your knees absolutely wet through. But overall, the road presence of this, it just doesn't feel like I'm on a, again, dare I say it, it doesn't feel like I'm on a man's bike. Now, what I would say is, you know, bear with me. If you don't agree, well, yeah, maybe leave me a comment, give me some hate down below. G'day, mate. But it's just an opinion. Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood, once said that opinions are like arseholes. Everybody's got one. For me, I don't know. I just don't like it. Yes, around town, a much better bike, easier to filter than the GSA, but I wouldn't want to do a long trip on it. I really wouldn't. But I'll just give you an example. Coming around the roundabout here, it just feels so much lighter. It's just easier to maneuver than my big GSA. The other thing that is really standing out, and there's absolutely no difference between the GSA, is I've actually fitted grip puppies to my bike because I get a lot of vibration through the handlebars, and I actually get, my right hand tends to go numb. Yeah, answers on the postcard for that one. So I fitted the grip puppies, and they were a bit weird at first, but now I've got used to it, and these feel really thin. I don't think I want to go back to that. I definitely can feel a lot of vibration through the handlebars. I think if I wasn't fitting grip puppies, I'd probably go ahead and swap out and put some bar end weights on there. The other thing that I've done on my GSA is I've fitted the bark busters. If you haven't seen that video, I've got a whole bunch of smashes on there as well. just for a little bit of fun. Yes, I got a bit of hatred for showing motorcycle smashes, but you know what, some people need to get a sense of humor. Okay, the sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Okay guys, I know a nice little spot up here which hopefully will be able to stop the bike and give you a bit of a walk around. I think we've got the place to ourselves. Cool. Alright, stay tuned while we hop off and give you a bit of a look at the bike. One of the changes that I will pick up on just before I take off my helmet is the kill switch is there, but the keyless button is actually been moved over to the handlebar here. It used to be in the center. I'm not sure about that. It's just something different. Maybe it's better there. If you've got a tank bag, maybe it's hard to reach. I don't know. Okay. Oh, pardon me. Stay tuned while I take off the helmet and we'll give you a walk around of the bike. Actually, thinking about it, maybe I just continue using my GoPro, leave my helmet on. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Alright, so I'm at the Memorial Tower in Kangaroo Ground in Victoria. It's a fitting backdrop for the new GS. This is the triple black version. As you can see, being a GS, it doesn't have any engine guards, so if you do drop this baby, straight away you're going to need to replace those. The other thing I've picked up on is it's got road tires on pretty much. I'm running the Motors Tractionator rallies, which are full knobblies, so this has got to be a lot smoother. In fact, the bike's gone in today because the front one of my Motors is completely bald, but the back one looks like a new tire, so just goes to show that I'm heavy into the corners, leaning forward. I'm not putting a Motors back on. I am, sorry, but I'm putting the GPS Tractionator, which is a bit of a 50-50, maybe an 80-20 tire rather than a full knobbly. What else? Obviously it's a GS, so it doesn't have the racking, the framework on the back there, but it does take the Vario panniers, and if you follow Lawn Rider, you'll know that they do now a rackless bag that will fit on the back of there. I've actually done a comparison video, so if you check out my my YouTube channel, I'll put a link up here to the comparison of the rackless versus the racked bag. Thanks again for dropping by. I hope you've enjoyed the review. Don't forget to leave me a cheeky subscribe if you've enjoyed. Bastard, that's going.
Oh man.
Let's go. I did mention it at the start. There is an electrically adjustable windscreen, which is really cool. I think they've always needed that on the GSA. Having said that, mine's fit and forget. It's in the highest position and I pretty much leave it there all the time. So do you really need a button to do that? The other thing, which is the bone of contention, is this new headlight. Honestly, I think it looks pretty cool. You can't keep doing the same thing because people aren't going to buy it. You need to keep changing things. That attracts your new buyers. It's a little bit like, you know, I don't buy into branding. I wouldn't go and buy a tracksuit with Adidas or Adidas on it. I'm not a branded type guy, even though I've got an expensive BMW. and I don't need to buy the latest version. I don't upgrade my cars every 2 years, or my bikes. I bought a bike, I bought a GSA, and it does everything that I want it to do. So, you know, I wouldn't change it at this stage. I'm just going to keep it and ride it into the ground probably. Okay, so that's a bit of a clunky walk around using the GoPro. I might stop the GoPro and take a couple of photographs. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so that's the photo opportunity and the walk round. I've took a squillion photos because everyone's trying to get that dramatic thumbnail. I've put mine up here now. Yep, you see, it's what they call clickbait. Everybody's doing it now. I hate it, but if you don't do it, no one's going to check your video out. Alright, let's take this baby back and we'll get my bike back. Okay, we are just in kangaroo ground, not that this is a geography lesson, and we're going to hang a left over to Warrandyte. Okay, here we go. Let's give it a bit of a squirt. So very, very responsive, nowhere near a red line. I wouldn't do that to a demo bike. Well, certainly not on camera anyway. But it picks up very nice. Again, the road tyres, I'm used to riding on knobblers, so this thing feels like it's on rails, to use the old Jeremy Clarkson superlative. Okay guys, we're just a couple of minutes away from the dealers, so we might just do a quick summary. So, the GS, the 1300, would I buy it? Well, absolutely I would. I think it's an awesome bike. Having said that, I like all bikes really. I'd rather be on a bike than in a car, unless it's absolutely hammering down any day of the week. Just feels like, even if you're going out for work, if you're on a bike, just feels like you're not working. So yes, I'd buy it brand new if I didn't already have a bike. Would I trade the GS R1250 for it? Not a chance. Why? Because it's too small for a start. It feels, you know, it feels small. It feels like, and I used it earlier, and someone's gonna get their panties in a bunch. It feels like a girl's bike. To me, it feels like a 600, not a 1300. You know, the GSA is a big, hefty lump, but you know, I'm 6 foot, I'm 100 kilograms, and I've been doing weights all my life, so moving the GSA around, yeah, it's not that big a problem. If I was a pencil neck or an Oompa Loompa, then yeah, maybe I'd go for this instead. But I love my GSA. It's been my best friend. I've been out into the Australian outback and back on the GSA. I've got it to the point where I know how it handles. I've got the right equipment on it. It's spec'd up. I love it. It's just an awesome bike. and there's no way I would trade it for this. Not a chance. Things that might put people off this bike, I don't think the headlamp would stop me buying it. I think the headlamp looks cool. I think the only people that whinge about that are the ones that probably can't afford a 1300 and don't like the fact that it's had a facelift. And let's face it, I'm in sales and marketing, and that's what facelifts are all about. They're all about causing a bit of aggro in the community. So you're going to get the people that don't like it because they're old school, even though they're riding a high-tech GSA. And then you're going to get the ones that love it. And they probably love it because they've got a shit ton of money to go and buy a new bike. So let's not get hung up on the new stuff. You know, I think it's a great bike. Well, there you go, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the ride along with me this morning. It's been a great hour. It certainly beats working for a living. Don't forget, if you did like the video, don't forget to hit the like button and drop me a subscribe if you haven't done already, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks again for riding along. Ride safe and have a great day.